All right, so ever picture yourself walking into the gym and you're not just hitting the weights, you're like the person people look to for guidance.
Yeah,
Becoming a personal trainer, it's kind of got that allure, right?
it does.
But we're diving deep into RoleCatcher's career guide on exactly that. Let's see if the reality of being a PT, measures up to kind of the dream.
Right, because it's easy to get, I think, caught up in the sort of public image of it.
Totally.
Those fitness montages, the success stories, all that.
Yeah.
But RoleCatcher, they get a little more, I guess, nuanced, right? They emphasize that at its core, it's about designing and implementing individual programs for people.
Okay, so it is more than just like, here's how you work the treadmill.
Yeah, you got to do more than just show people the equipment.
Okay. What I'm really curious about, though, is this whole thing about like motivational strategies.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be more to it than just like, I don't know, high fives and,
Oh, yeah.
generic encouragement.
It's definitely more, it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher really digs into the importance of setting realistic goals with clients. Like, don't set them up for failure by saying complete body transformation in 2 weeks.
Right.
And then, speaking of setting people up for success, positive reinforcement.
Oh, huge.
Focusing on what they're doing well.
Yeah, that's so key.
Celebrate those victories.
Yeah, I feel like so often, we fall into the trap of like pointing out what people are doing wrong rather than like,
Absolutely.
this whole personalized plan thing.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like when you're working with somebody?
So say you've got a client who, say they used to be a dancer, right?
Right.
Instead of being like, all right, we're going to get you on, this hardcore weightlifting program, which might bore them, you could design something that incorporates that love of movement and music they already have.
I love that.
Or maybe you've got a client who's like super competitive.
Oh.
Right. Use that. Set up challenges. Track their progress in a way that, speaks to them.
So it's really like creating a bespoke, workout experience.
That's it.
Tailored to them, their personality, what they like.
Yeah.
Which makes so much sense. And not even just from like the fitness side, but like psychologically, you're going to stick with something more
Of course.
if it feels like it's for you. Just like having the perfect playlist when you work out.
Exactly.
So we've talked about like tailoring these workouts, figuring out what makes clients tick. But RoleCatcher also, like, they get real.
Oh, yeah.
It's not all,
Not all sunshine.
sunshine and rainbows. Speaking of which, remember how we were talking about expectations?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go to the pros and cons section.
Okay.
See what they have to say about the, the less glamorous side.
Well, they really emphasize the flexibility,
Okay.
Being a PT, you're often like calling the shots, you set your hours,
Yeah.
but that often means evenings and weekends. Right.
If you're someone who really wants that Monday through Friday,
Yeah,
9 to 5,
totally.
maybe not the best fit.
That makes sense. You're trading, like, being your own boss with, maybe
Whoa,
it's
whoa.
brutal,
But they also list burnout.
Yeah.
What does that look like for a PT? Is it just like sore muscles from,
It's more than that.
showing people? Okay.
It's definitely more than just the physical, right? It's RoleCatcher talks about the emotional toll,
Okay.
dealing with clients who maybe aren't consistent, or they're lacking motivation, or they have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
And you've got to constantly be, the cheerleader.
Right.
Upbeat, encouraging.
It's like being that friend who's always trying to get everyone to go on a hike.
Exactly.
When everyone else just wants to, like, brunch.
Yes.
You're putting in the effort, even if, like, maybe their enthusiasm isn't always matching it. So
Right.
it's a good reality check.
It is.
This is, like, you need to have some serious resilience, passion to do this.
Sure.
So, we've talked about needing that dedication, that resilience.
Yeah.
How do you actually go from, like, I love fitness to, like, you're the fitness person?
Right.
Yeah. This career stages section in RoleCatcher,
Yeah.
it's like the roadmap.
It is. And it's not even just, climbing the ladder. It's about, like, you build your skills as you go.
Right.
And what I liked is they emphasize, like, even entry-level stuff that's valuable.
Okay.
Because think about it. If you're, like, an assistant at a gym,
Yeah.
you're not just, like, I don't know, wiping down equipment.
Yeah, you're seeing stuff.
You're seeing it. You're seeing other trainers. You're seeing how they interact.
Right. You're observing.
You're observing, yeah, maybe even, helping out with a few basic things.
Right.
Like, apprenticeship almost.
That's a great point, because I think sometimes we're like, oh, I want to be the one leading it.
Right, right.
But there's so much learning just
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
It's
They
yeah.
even have those example profiles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like day in the life, someone starting out versus like you've been doing this 10 years.
Exactly. Helps you picture yourself.
Yes.
So starting out, you might be shadowing someone more senior, you're prepping stuff, maybe you're like getting certified in one specific training style.
Oh, okay.
But then, fast forward, what I thought was cool is they defined a successful senior trainer.
Okay.
And it's not just like, oh, they've got tons of clients booked.
Interesting. It's more...
It's like now you're leading teams of trainers. Maybe you're the one developing new programs that are like innovative.
Yo.
You could be doing workshops. You're the expert in something.
Wow.
We're not chasing the trends. You are the trend.
That's amazing.
It becomes less about like hour by hour sessions, more about like your brand as this expert.
That's like next level stuff.
It is.
So inspiring to see, like, you can grow in this field.
Right. It's not just like one flat line.
But, okay, you've done all that. You've put in the work. You've got the experience. Now you're in the interview.
Yes.
Dream job. How do you nail it?
The interview guide RoleCatcher, they nailed this.
Okay.
Because it's not just like general tips they give you, questions they're going to ask you.
Oh, smart.
To see if you get it, if you really get being a PT.
Give me an example. Like, what kind of curveball should I be ready for?
One that stuck out to me was, how would you motivate a client who's hit a plateau?
Ooh.
It's not about just being like, you can do it.
Right?
It's, can you problem solve? Can you adapt to that person?
That is so important.
Right.
And then they've got the AI tools too, right?
Oh, yeah.
To practice. It's like having a coach, but like in your pocket.
Exactly. Record yourself, get feedback, how you sound, what you're saying, refine it till it's perfect.
So smart.
And that ties back to something they said throughout the guide, which is monitor and adjust.
Oh, I love that.
So meta.
It's like you're treating your interview like a workout plan.
Yes. You monitor, you adjust it based on the feedback.
So good.
That's the big thing here, being a good PT. It's not just knowing the exercises or even just loving it. It's like lifelong learning, always adapting, always upping your game.
For yourself or the client.
Exactly.
Man, it has been eye-opening, this whole PT world through RoleCatcher's eyes.
Really insightful stuff.
They give us the knowledge.
They did.
Now it's up to you listening. Go make it happen.
Go get them.